Hello again, everyone, and today I'm reviewing a very interesting new cigar from Carrillo. This is the Short Run 2012. Now, this cigar is actually the brainchild of the Carrillos. They decided that they had such a good run with the New Wave Connecticut. They had a good run with their new core line Maduro. So they said, why don't we take the best of both and combine it into one cigar? And that's what they did. Here's the breakdown, and listen to how interesting this just sounds so interesting. The wrapper is an Ecuador Connecticut, the wrapper from the New Wave Connecticut line. The binder is a Connecticut broadleaf, which is the wrapper from the core Maduro line, and the filler is Nicaraguan and Dominican, both the fillers from the core Maduro line. So that just sounds really interesting, especially a binder, which is actually a Maduro wrapper. Hard to see it, of course you can't, but look at how thick that cigar is. Very, very nicely made. I'll let you look at all aspects of it. There's the band, Short Run band, 2012. So I really can't wait to try this, so let's get to it. Great draw. Very peppery, very cinnamony, if that's a word. Lightly roasted almonds. There is some a citrus element there, which seems like with the cinnamon is an orange citrus. So that's how we're starting out. Of course, we just started. Let me let it even out a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, about a ½ inch in, it's settled down, it's evened out, the burn is evened out, and what have you. Now, the flavors have really settled down. Very peppery, first of all. Cinnamon, rich orange citrus, that is the main flavor. It's very sweet, almost candy-like. It's extremely sweet. Finish is more of a, it's not extremely long and thick and rich at this point, but it's one more of almond and vanilla. And even as I speak to you now, I originally was going to say it was almonds. Vanilla is coming around, so it's very much vanilla right now, and there is lingering pepper all on my palate. So it's very nice. But the initial flavors is just a rich, thick orange and cinnamon mix, and the pepper is great. So it's starting out very nice, very, very nice. The Carrillo Short Run 2012. Oh, I did not mention this size. Cheat sheet here. This size is the Invictus, which is 5 7/8 by 52. So these should retail for around $7.10 a piece. They'll come in boxes of 24, and only 1,000 boxes per size will be made. These will be available the end of February or early March 2012. So they're not out yet. So here's your first look right there. And I must say, there is a depth to the richness that the New Wave Connecticut didn't have, which has got to be from the Maduro notes. There is a rich, rich vanilla now. This in the mix. So cinnamon, orange citrus, vanilla, extremely rich and peppery. Gosh, this is very, very good. So I'll be back here shortly with another update. For those of you who have watched my reviews before and who hasn't, this cigar has the richness that I have termed before having a port-like flavors. This is more of a tawny port. You can separate out the flavors, but it points the cinnamon, the orange, and the vanilla combine and give it such a richness that it reminds me a lot of a good tawny port. And if that interests you, you'll love this cigar. So it's just incredibly rich and port-like. So I thought I would come back and share that with you. Cigar is just really nice. The long now vanilla finish is just real nice. And always, I'm a big fan of lingering pepper, and this is really lingering nicely. I would call it, mild to medium, maybe tap dancing around medium right now, but it's not a very strong, potent cigar. It's just flavorful. Every cigar doesn't have to be powerful to be good, and this is a great example of it. So that's where we are right now. Be back later. Well, the cigar is going along very nicely. Now, I want to tell you about the other sizes that will be available in this cigar. There will be a total of 3. As I told you, this is the Invictus. There will be the Exquisitos, which is a 4 7/8 by 50, and there will be the Reinados, which is a big boy, 6 1/4 by 60. So good chance I'll be reviewing those also, but today is the Invictus. This seemed to be the middle of the road size-wise, maybe give us the best idea or a good idea of what the others are like. So no real changes. Let's do a sample tasting right now. Pick out a lot of cinnamon in that draw. The other flavors are still there, but in that particular draw, there was a lot of cinnamon notes that came to mind first. But still a very good cigar. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So I'll be back with either more information or the next time something changes. Well, I've removed the bands, and the only real change is the cinnamon notes are fairly prominent. You still have the main rich port-like flavors, tawny port, but the cinnamon just seems to be a little more of a lead player right now. You still have your vanilla, you still have your citrus, just a little bit subdued. Now on the finish, the vanilla is now more of a French vanilla, sort of creamy vanilla. Very nice, and it seems to be much longer, so that's nice. Cigar has been burning very nicely. The draw has been fine. Really don't have much else to say, but we are down to about the last 2.5 inches, and I'll be back probably to close it out here shortly. end, so I'm going to wrap it up. The tawny flavors are remaining the main flavors, but the cinnamon is taking somewhat of a lead and it's remained there for a while. The pepper has been good on both ends. It lingers very nicely on the finish. The finish is still one of a creamy French-like vanilla. The cigar now, I would call it medium bodied. It achieved a medium bodied status just past or at the midpoint, so that's where we are. So the cigar ended up very nicely. I'm very fortunate to have a pre-release look at these cigars, so I've enjoyed it very much. This EP Carrillo Short Run 2012, the Invictus, has proven itself to be a very good cigar that I think should be on your list. You should try it as soon as it's out. At around $7 a stick, it's in a pretty good price point. So that being said, this cigar, the EP Carrillo Short Run 2012, gets a score of 94. Very good cigar, which I highly recommend.